Hi there. In this quick video we'll be taking a look at this Parkside charger and battery combo. So, as my subscribers already know, I'm quite deep into the Einhell ecosystem, so it's not a simple change. I will not change. I have from them the 18 volt lineup, power exchange. I have a lot of tools and batteries of this type, so I'm staying on those for, I don't know, big boys tools. But I also need some smaller tools for some particular jobs where something with a much smaller battery and a much more compact design is actually ideal. And for that I saw the Parkside lineup. All Parkside lineups are quite good. If I would have known more about them, probably I wouldn't have gone necessarily for Einhell. Parkside would have been a decent choice also, even for big boys tools. But for these ones I decided to go with Parkside for sure. So we have here battery, 2 amp battery at 12 volts and 2.5 amp charger at 12 volts. And charging time is about 16 minutes for a 2 amp battery, and this is the charging current once again. So yeah, if you want more info, right here has cell balancing, improved battery, even cell distribution, yeah. Fast charger with automatic off, obviously, anti-slip pads, okay, and wall bracket included. We will see if we put it on the wall. Consumption 50 watts while charging. So yeah, and it's compatible with tools in the X12V Team series, and that's where I plan to buy some tools that I feel that are needed in my situation. But let's take a look in here. Okay, that's quite a big charger, honestly. Let me show you my Einhell. This is one of the Einhells that's not even used. It's just in case one of the others breaks, because I got it by buying something else. It was free. So yeah, it is smaller than that one. Okay, maybe it's not that big. Just the initial impression was that it's big, but no, I think it's decent size for what it does. This does 3 amps. And for 2 amp battery, charges it in 40 minutes and a 2.5 in about 50 minutes. So yeah, they are somewhat close. Just want to get something else out of the way. For many people it's not clear the power and capacity of tools. So this has 2.5 amp hours at 18 volts. This is its capacity, but its true capacity is in watt hours. So although this is 2.5 and this is 2, they are not as close as you would initially think if you don't know much about this, because this being 18 volts, 2.5 times 18, it means it's actually 45 watt hours. So if you have a tool consuming 45 watts, it will work for an hour. For this one, 2 amps, 12 volts, and that means 24 watt hours. So this tool, this battery is a little bit over half of the other one. Is in size also, but also in power, in capacity actually, and also in power, because this can deliver way less power instantly. So yes, keep in mind, not only amps important, also volts. And if you have ones that say 20 volts, nope, it's about the same. They just take into consideration a different voltage of the lithium cells. They take into consideration, I think, the maximum voltage, and this is nominal or something like that. But if it's really close to 18 volts, yes, it's still 18 volts. But it's a bit of wankery. I don't know, just stuff to sell better, who doesn't know more about these things. Anyway, but overall, this little guy much lighter, but much weaker also. Keep that in mind. But for the type of tools that I want it for, this is way plenty. If you want to read more info about it, right here once again. So for me, let's just quickly take a look at the manual while I put this to charge, because honestly, I think, oh, nice. I like how that goes in. I think I want to charge it initially before inserting it in anything, and I might actually end up putting also this on the wall next to the Einhell ones. We'll see about that in a while. Yep, it shows us it's charging, and when it will be full we will have a red light here most likely. Okay, I guess. Let me see where is English and get back to you. It seems English is right at the beginning. So we have this right here. We can let it like this, and maybe we will see when the numbers are referenced a little bit later. I will show you like this if you want to pause at any time if you don't have this manual anymore and you need it. Honestly, there ain't that much in here. Again, all the specs, the temperatures, info about the charger, its output, its fuse. Wife keeps interrupting me, sorry for that. I think she feels when I'm having fun. Anyway, so they are also showing us right here for this charger, these are the batteries that are suitable. I wish they would have written in capacity, because I have no freaking clue what these codes mean. I can see on this one that it's 12A4, so it's the first one. But the others, how the hell do I know if I don't have them? So anyway, it is what it is. I think this is the charger, A3. Yeah, A3 right there. So I'm expecting this is the smallest, C1 bigger, before probably 4 amp or something like that, and D1 even bigger, I don't know, 4.5 or 5 amps, just judging by the charging time. But from what I can see, it can charge kind of all of them, and they seem to also have two types of charger, but they also don't tell us anything about them. That's weird, but yeah, it is what it is. So some more safety info right here. Handling of the batteries. Don't put them in water, don't overheat them, don't smack them, don't drop them, don't short them, don't poke them, stuff like that overall. And yeah, allow them to cool before charging. Einhell charger has a mode where it talks to the battery. If the battery reports a high temperature, the charger will either not charge it at all or charge it at a really slow rate until the battery cools down. I don't know if this is able to do that. I don't also think a 2 amp battery will heat up that much. So yeah, I can feel just a tiny bit of heat right here now. Probably here is where the electronics are in this end, because in the other only cells I expect to be. Anyway, even more info. Check if all products are in good condition. Yeah, I guess they are. Anyway, charge in dry room. Outer surface is clean and dry. Yeah, anyway. Even more info right here. And they call out all those numbers from this page. Maybe like this it will help a little bit. How to insert the battery. Only when the battery device is ready to use. I put it before and it still works, so yeah. Checking the battery charge level. Okay. The battery device. What the hell are you talking about? So this doesn't have an indication on it about the charge level, only the tool has. Or what is a battery device? Is the battery device actually the charger or what? What's a battery device? That's really dumb wording, honestly. Power button. Yeah, I think only the tool can show you how charged is the battery. The battery itself does not have LEDs. That's my understanding. So red, yellow, green, fully charged. Red, yellow, half charge. Red needs to be charged. Okay, I guess. Removing. Jesus freaking Christ, battery device, what the hell? Yeah. Anyway, sorry. You can mount the charger on the wall. You can see the dimensions for this, basically. Yeah, it's lucky because this only inserts, so 2 of them are enough. You slide it down and it stays in there. If you were to slide the battery, then it would need a 3rd one. But this only slides down because the battery only pulls in and out. So I'm expecting this to be good. It has some rubber feet, so it kind of stays in position. Yeah, probably I will wall mount it by the end of the day, but yeah, we'll see. Storage and disposal. Ah, Jesus, warranty. 3 years of warranty, okay. And service for Cyprus and Great Britain. Okay, lots of info for a small battery and a charger, but yeah, it is what it is. We'll let this thing charge and then we'll plug it into a tool and see if that's the battery device, the tool. Why would you call a tool a battery device? This is a bit hot, but not anything dangerous, just a bit in this top area mostly. And yes, the tool shows you the battery level. When you are using it, it will show you, but yeah, I'm going to wait for this to charge. Just as an idea, my Einhell tools have 3.6 times 5 cells in series, so they are 18 volts. So they went and said this voltage, so that would mean, by the same idea, this Parkside would actually be 10.8 volts, not 12 volts as they say, but this doesn't matter, it's exactly the same thing, it's just marketing bullshit. Also, just want to mention, this is double insulated right here, so it does not need a ground. And it's fully charged finally, and my daughter's in the background, so yeah, we can close this thingy. Hey, shut off, little guy. Now it's off. It was still current in the capacitors, and let's see how nice this fits in here. These are the locking and unlocking mechanisms. Quite flimsy, honestly, but probably they are just fine. I'm expecting them to be calculated and they cannot rip once they touch. So they don't have more travel, so they shouldn't be able to rip. And yes, it seems that the battery level is on this, and only when using the tool you can see it. I have the button pressed, but not enough for this to actually rotate. So the battery themselves don't show you the capacity, which is a bit annoying because you cannot just take a battery and know how much capacity it has. Oh, it has rubber right here. That's nice. You need to put it in a tool to see the capacity, but I can understand this to make them cheaper and more compact. Yeah, it's not a deal breaker at all for me from my side. And obviously, to get the battery out, squeeze onto this and pull it. It's not as satisfying as the ones that have a tongue or something on the big boys tools, but yeah, this is rubber, so it's grippy. It's okay, I guess. You get used to it. And just as an overall idea, it's way less likely, I think, to short these two, because you need something to go in here and in here at the same time to short them. as opposed to this one, which you need something to go over these two things to short the battery. But yes, they should have all sorts of short protection, but yeah, just wanted to mention this. And it seems that it actually IDs the battery also by this pin, and this probably is used for charging, or who knows, for cell balancing, because I'm expecting nothing to be done inside the battery, everything to be done inside that thingy. No, it seems on the minus side we don't touch anything. So minus and plus are for the tool, and plus and this are for the charger. That's interesting. And ID is not for the charger, it's not even for the tool, doesn't have anything in there. So no. Okay, maybe for different type of charger, a faster one, or I'm just guessing. No. So nothing is touching this basically. No. Okay. Damn it, I knew I was going to do this. Well, I saw, not at Lidl, it's not on offer now, so it was not at Lidl, a really nice work light with this type of accu and magnets and quite powerful light, 2 light levels, it lasts a lot, good reviews, and I ordered it and it's arriving tomorrow. And I realized if I'm working on the car and it's late, not that much light, I need the battery well in here. If I actually know how to put this in here. Am I stupid? Probably, don't answer that. Anyway, so I need a battery in here, and what am I going to put in that light? Yeah, so I went and bought another one. And also, if I'm using this working on the car during the day and a battery runs out, what do? I wait an hour for it to charge? No, I put the second one that is already charged in and continue. But a 2 amp hour battery like this, standalone, if I could find it even second hand, they were asking basically the price of this whole thing, so about 14 euros, dollars, same thing. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to buy another kit, and like that, even if one charger gets damaged or anything like that, I still have the other one. So yeah. I know I shouldn't have done this, but anyway, it is what it is. Could be stupid, probably it is stupid, but now I do have 2 of these. Ain't that cute? So I will leave this one also to charge in here, and a separate video will be in my tools playlist where I show you that working light. And this one is charged also, so we can turn it off and take it away from here. On one of the chargers I started to remove part of the strain relief just by cutting and peeling really slowly from the wire, and it will make sense in a moment why I'm doing this. Only on one of them that I want to attach to the wall, on the other I'm not going to do anything. Oh no, I tripped and my screwdriver went inside this charger and now it's opened up. What can I do about this? But anyway, now that it's open up, I can get rid of this fully and have directly the cable where I want it. Happy accident. And while we are already in this thing, this is its PCB. This is the back of the PCB. Seems to have, at least in the top part, some conformal coating on the components. Could have some, but not too much also on the lower part, but the top part at least has a double layer. Probably there's where the high voltage is. So yeah, and lots of glue all around, so components are not moving. So I can simply tuck this right in here and just get the wire where I need it. And it's going back. This is how I want the wire. These are in their position. It still somewhat cannot pull outside because obviously that big chunk of rubber is still on it. The PCB is keeping it in its proper position. There are no metal pieces there apart from, as you can see, a coil and the capacitor, so nothing can happen. And yeah, now my wire is free to bend wherever it needs, exactly what I needed. You might be wondering why I did this. Look at this. As you can see, it doesn't have a strain release, so I could put it quite close to the charger up top of it. And this, again, without a strain release, can go close. Otherwise, I would have to put it here. So I didn't want that huge space. Now it can go close as the other one is. But obviously I will test with big batteries on this to make sure that I'm not putting it too close so I couldn't charge big batteries in this one. That would be stupid. Absolutely no issue whatsoever. They are not touching if I keep the same distance as here, which I actually intend to keep. And yeah, everybody's happy. Everything should be working fine. And this is a permanent install, so I will not be wiggling this cable. Do not worry about that. This will not be moving. I'm only doing this for a permanent install. Don't do this for the unit that you use on the move, obviously. Okay, screws are back in. From the sound it made when I tightened the screws, I think this has a bit of glass fiber in it. Now let's put the rubber in place. Never forget about the rubber. Drill 2 holes in the wall as they tell us here. Make sure they are where they need to be vertically, because otherwise we are not lining anything in there properly. And we should be done. Measured, put the holes in the wall, then put the plastic dowels, and obviously they are not as straight as my marks when I measured, but whatever. I'm going to see how I can adjust from the screws themselves when I tighten them here. Maybe one a bit higher and one a bit lower, and at the end of the day compensate. Yeah, it is what it is. I think I managed to get the heads to the same level. Now let me put this in there and slide it and hope that it's somewhat level. And it's actually perfect. Now let me just route the wire up around here and be done with it. And it's done. Wires nicely tucked in place. And I have all my controls right here for all of the chargers. Perfect. And the final test with biggest Einhell battery, just to make sure I did not screw up. They have plenty of room. So yeah, it's great. And obviously I can charge at the same time if I actually learn how to plug this thing in. They don't bother each other. And this does not lock in that much that it tries to pull this off the wall, even though it only has 2 screws in the top part. It's quite sturdy at the wall, because I tightened the screws so I could slide this barely, and the rubber feet were actually pushing against the wall, so it's quite tight in here. It's perfect. And I present you the reason, ignore the fingernails, I have daughters. I present you the reason why I bought another set and another battery, basically. If I work on the car, many times it ends up being night. I need something like this. People gave it really nice reviews. But if I only had one battery, well, what am I choosing? Light or being able to work? 2 batteries, I can do both at the same time. Or if I do only with this work during the day, but more work, I have a replacement. Or camping, I have a replacement for this one. So yeah, no brainer for me. They were cheap enough that it was just worth it. So this separate video. And that's about it for this video. So one of these is portable if I have off-site jobs. Other one plugged in, and I forgot it on actually. So I don't need to search for it in drawers and whatnot. When I need to, I just turn it on and plug one of these things in. Alignment still annoys me because if this text is upside, so it's right. The holes are also right, but if you plug in the battery, you can see it's basically upside down. So this should be normal to see the text on the battery, but details. So anyway, it is what it is. That's about it for this video. So feel free to ask in the comments about the longevity of these things. I don't plan to get the 4 amp version because I wanted these things exactly because they are light. I have much bigger, up to 8 amp versions from my Einhell tools. This I want really small and light tools for light work and more confined spaces, so I do not want the 4 amp battery that is much bigger with a different shape, makes the tools much bulkier, doesn't make sense for me. And yeah, that's about it for this video. Hope it helps you. And again, ask for the longevity, and if I have any issues in the comments, I will do my best to reply, and see you in the next video. Bye.